Okay, look, you've been staring at that game for months. Like, well, what's going on?
I don't know why, just something about this game. Like, the cover art, the logo, everything about it. It's just weird.
Come to think of it, you've been staring at that for years at this point. Like, the whole room's changed.
Okay, look, how am I supposed to come up with a good video idea? I mean, look at this game. See? Look how terrible this is. Like, this is just garbage. Ugh.
Bloody hell, you need to think of something more positive for your next video. Like, we can't be having something like that next. Like, that would be a terrible idea. Look, here's this. You'll probably like it. Just tell me what you think.
Okay, well, if you think it's a good idea, then I might as well do it then. Oh, bloody hell.
I think it's safe to say that 2K20 was a bit of a clusterfuck. Yeah, I think that's the way we're gonna describe 2K20. Not only in terms of the whole general gaming side of things, and not only in terms of wrestling games, but in sports games in general. I mean, sure, the whole loot box and microtransaction thing is still a problem in sports games, but the amount of putricity that came with 2K20? Good God almighty. Like, it was probably one of the worst games ever to be released officially. From a major publisher even. And think about it, 2K had a bad year in 2019. Not only did you have 2K20 stinking up the joint, but NBA was throwing in all the monetization into its trailers. GTA put a freaking casino in there. Oh, and what was that other game? Borderlands 3? Yeah, that has a complete can of worms that I don't think we can fully go into here. That's probably for another video. But still, 2K20, whilst being a clusterfuck, led to this moment. To probably one of, if not the best wrestling games out there. In fact, in my opinion, it should have won Best Sports Game at the Game Awards. But it didn't, because Jeff Keighley doesn't believe in wrestling. Damn it, Jeff! So, let's talk about 2K22. And I haven't done one of these full-length reviews in a long time, so I might be a little rusty at this job, but you know what? I'm excited because 2K22 was such a great game. And since this video is coming out a day before the release of 2K23, no, literally, this video comes out the day before the game's actual release, I think it's only appropriate we talk about last year's game because, well, there was a lot of good in there. And quite honestly, it's my favorite wrestling game of all time. And that's bold to say, but you'll see what I mean. First things first, how crazy is it that we have 4 major modes in a game like this? Like, we haven't had, like, 4 major modes in one single WWE game in a very long time, but having that, all this content in one regular price game? I gotta say, it's pretty damn impressive from the guys over at 2K Games. we've got Showcase, My GM, My Rise, and My Loot Box, but I think we'll get to that one later. Alongside of Universe, your standard match types, your Creation Suite, your online multiplayer, and a few other little bits and bobs, but pretty much the focus of this video will be on the main 4 modes of this game. And I'll probably be mostly talking about 2 of them, but you know what? I think you guys probably want me to talk about all of them, so we'll talk about all of them in a little bit of detail. First things first, think about how much of a godsend of a feature this is. Cross-platform community creations. Yeah, 2K listened to the fan feedback of, well, Xbox isn't doing that well compared to PlayStation. Can we just have our PlayStation cars on Xbox? And well, 2K's like, okay, we'll do that. So they unified the Creation Suite, well, community, and I have to say, it's made it so much easier to get quality cars, especially on Xbox. So, bravo 2K, bravo, you've done a really great job with that. Of course, the Creation Suite, as ever, is amazing. Like, seriously, all the modes in there are pretty solid. The only downer I have with the Creation Suite this year is definitely Create an Entrance. It's not as flexible this year as in previous years, but considering 2K20, yeah, I think it was for the best. And then again, they fixed it all up for 2K23, so I think it's safe to say we should be cooking with the entrance creator this year. Now, I didn't play that much online, but from what I've heard, the online seems to be great, so I think that's something we will check off on our list here. But without further ado, the 4 main modes, and I think we'll start off with the mode that I probably have put in the most hours out of the 4, that being My GM. This was a highly requested mode, and well, for good reason. It's something that a lot of us fans like in the product, and it's even a game mode that we've seen previously back in the days of the SmackDown vs. Raw series. In fact, it got so popular recently that, well, they had to bring it back. And why is it popular nowadays? Well, from a little YouTube channel called Up Up Down Down and their little series called Battle of the Brands. Seriously, it's one of the most fun shows on YouTube out there. Like, Woods and Breeze, they nail the presentation and the feel, and quite honestly, it's just fun to watch. Seriously, go give them some love. I'll probably tag their channel in the comments or something. I don't know. But yeah, go watch them. So, what's it like to be a GM yourself in My GM? Well, I have to say it's pretty damn difficult. Sure, you'll get into the groove at first, but man, over time you have to think long and hard about, okay, what storylines do I want to continue? What matches do I want to do? And well, it works out so damn well. And you can even customize the draft pools in there, so you can even put in stars from other promotions in there. Like, this is just perfect. Granted, you can only play for about a year or under, but you know what? That's getting fixed in 2K23, so that's nothing to worry about there, but I gotta say, My GM is probably my favorite mode in this game. My second favorite is the Showcase. In previous years, Showcase has been alright, but this year's Showcase, I have to say, is probably one of the best. It's looking at Rey Mysterio's career, who just so happens to be the cover star of the game. And I really like the direction they took in Rey's Showcase. Just all the in-ring action, all the accolades, it's just fun. And just going back through some of his classic matches. Well, sure, some characters aren't even in the game, so some matches aren't going to be featured, but gotta say, I love this Showcase, and I think it's probably one of the best they've ever done. I legitimately didn't spend that much time in My Rise, for probably good reason, but it's mostly just because I don't really appeal much with this mode anymore. Sure, My Rise is great this year, and it has always been great, but I don't know, I think this style of game mode is just getting kind of repetitive as such. I mean, honestly, I prefer the return of Road to WrestleMania instead of a new My Rise, but, well, it's back this year, so yeah, but it was fine. My Rise was fine. And now we move on to, well, the biggest what the fuck of this game. My faction. 2K was basically like, we can't make any money off of the game. Well, what can we do? I don't know. How about we introduce a mode where people can pay money to unlock stuff? Brilliant! God damn, I feel sad because back in the day, the WWE series didn't need to bother with that shit, but after 2K20, yeah, 2K was basically like, nope, we're gonna make a traditional sports game. And every traditional sports game has a mode where you can pay money to unlock content. It's disappointing, but, well, what do you expect from 2K? My faction was alright, but, God, it really felt like Ultimate Team, just WWE-ified, and I legitimately hate Ultimate Team. Honestly, Ultimate Team as a mode is just pointless, and yeah, this is pointless. And, well, that's 2K22 for you, and I have to admit, this is one of the better WWE games out there. The rust is great, universe mode is solid, and just everything about it, except for my faction, superb. Like, honestly superb. This is probably one of the better sports games you can play, and in my opinion, should have won Best Sports Game at the Game Awards. Jeff, you did bad. So what score am I going to give this game? Well, of course it's gonna be 5 out of 5. Like, come on, of course it's gonna be 5 out of 5. This game is just brilliant. So, will 2K23 reach the same heights? I don't know, but that's a matter for us to find out next time. So, well, I will see you all next time then. Johnny!